Good evening and welcome to the first episode of Have You Been Rogered?
I thought you were joking about that, Luke.
No joking, no joking.
Okay, joking
so
apart.
we are here in Covent Garden in B at 1, which is the venue for our monthly entrepreneur social. And we thought we will take this opportunity to introduce some of our regulars, the people that come to our events, and we start getting to know them a little bit better and to know about what motivates them and how they got involved with the Entrepreneur Institute. And so here we are.
Deep
We're here
questions.
with Peter.
Mm-hmm.
Who is not only is coming to all our events, but is also part of the organization. And Peter has the title of Buy One, Give One Ambassador. So he takes charge of all our charitable givings and also report to the guests about what impacts we are making through organizing these events. Now, Peter, just why don't you start by telling us something about yourself and where you come from?
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Well, I come from Manchester. Isn't that fascinating? Get on with it, you boring old. Yeah. What can I say that would be of interest? Well, I suppose it's only recently I've started to see myself as a social entrepreneur. My main business is running a management and training consultancy, but my kind of hobby project is kind of a social entrepreneur project. And I came to that through B1G1 and Paul, who introduced me to Roger and Genius U and the Entrepreneurs Institutes. And it was a real eye-opener because one of Roger's great messages is find your flow, do what really excites you and what you enjoy, and give to other people, bring other people into your team to do the other bits. And you can't possibly do it all on your own, which is what I was trying to do.
Sure. Have you always been in management training, or is that your background?
I trained as a teacher, did a teaching degree in Newcastle. My youngest daughter's just started as a newly qualified teacher. She's following in my steps. But then I moved into youth work and then into management training. So yeah, for most of my life, and I've been running my own company now for 28 years, a heck of a long time.
Oh, fantastic. And why don't you start also by telling us, you were saying before about Buy One, Give One, which is one of the main reasons why we run these events as well, to support this brilliant cause.
Yeah.
But for those of our, for our listeners that maybe are not quite as aware of Buy One, Give One, would you kind of like explain to them what it is about and what we do?
Yeah. Basically, it was the vision of a Japanese woman called Masami Sato, who, together with Paul, set it up. And her vision was to create a giving world. So they've created a platform that makes it very, very easy for us as entrepreneurs to link things that happen that are good with our customers to making good things happen by making giving impact. So, for instance, in my case, every time one of my customers buys a day of training from me, I give a schoolgirl in Cambodia anti-trafficking training to keep her safe, to protect her from the sex slave trade, which is a huge problem out there. Yeah. So my customers absolutely love that, and it sets me apart as a supplier. Gives me a very kind of warm giving association with customers, so they keep commissioning us, which is great.
So it's also very relevant as well, because obviously you're in training and coaching, and you're also giving training and coaching to somebody else as well.
That's the genius of the platform, that you can link your giving to any project that has a kind of an echo or a mirror of what you're doing, or even ask your customers what these are the different projects, what would you like me to do with the giving impacts this month.
Sure. Also the impacts are all connected to the United Nations.
That's right. And yes, B1G1 is associated with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. So the giving not only directly benefits the great causes that we're giving to, and the schoolgirls in my case, but it's all part of, the Sustainable Development Goals. So my giving hits two of them. One is no poverty, to achieve no poverty. So it's helping to fund the girls to get into school as well. And secondly, quality education. So they're getting an education that could save them from a horrendous outcome in life. So
sure. Actually, this connects quite well to your big event this week, and I know that you have Peter is having a big launch about his a pre-launch of his book and his brilliant concept. Before we we'll talk about that in a second. Before we talk about preview of the pre-launch. Before we talk about this, could you tell us what happened to you with your pension and actually that inspired you then to get this project started?
Absolutely. Well, I signed up to be mentored by the multimillionaire trader and investor, and nearly got divorced.
Even before then, what happened to you with
before that?
Yeah.
Well, it was through that mentoring that I discovered that the personal pension that I'd taken out when I first set up my company had really high charges in it, and the performance was pants. And I thought that was unusual, but no, that's very common. Most people are paying banks and wealth management wolves really high unnecessary fees for rubbish performance. So I was so angry about that, and because I knew what to do, I just took it off the bank and invested it myself and never looked back really. In the first 4 years I doubled it. So I thought, wow, now I'm motoring. now I'm going to be able to have a half decent life when I eventually retire. Yeah.
So what got you then to start on on these? You can see now, this is Peter's book. There's going to be pre-launch this weekend. What got you to launch then to start writing a book and then to launch the Retire Richer members club?
Yeah.
And tell us as well how the two link together.
Okay. Well, I decided to write the book because I thought I discovered that my most successful investing strategy was also the easiest. So if I say to you that I taught my teenage daughter how to do it in 10 minutes, that gives you an idea.
That's very powerful.
Of how simple and fast and easy it is. Now, people have said to me, well, Peter, why have you written a whole book, if it just takes you 10 minutes to explain it to your daughter? And the simple answer is the wealth wolves hadn't got to her, because most people are full of fear and doubt, because what, the investment banks will say to people is that investing is boring, complicated or dangerous.
It's hard and...
Yeah. Now, it can be, but there's this other way where it's really, really easy and simple and fast. So I thought what concerns me is that young people need to start investing early. Because as Warren Buffett, the most successful DIY investor in the world, said, if you don't find something that makes money while you sleep, you're going to work until you die. So I want my daughters to have that choice in their 50s to say, right, if I don't want to carry on with a salaried job, I can, choose whatever I want to do, but I've got to start now. Now this is the difficult thing. The people who most need it are the least interested.
Sure.
If we think to when we were young, were we interested in pensions? No, absolutely boring. That's why it's got to be 10 minutes, because that's the attention span they got. So, and my daughter is now very interested when I say, oh, you've got another dividend. She says, oh, great, what is it? So I've created a money-making machine for her. So now that kind of lights her up a bit. But I think the book is, although it's for young people, it's really kind of aimed at their parents.
Yeah.
Because I think it's them that's going to be needed, really, to sit them down and say, right,
are the ones that are going to be more aware of the importance of having a pension, and so they're going to kind of start one for their children.
Absolutely. And for a lot of them, it's not too late for them. I mean, I took my pension off the bank very late in the day, but still managed, over 5 years now, to get fantastic results, which means that I've gone way above the recommended minimum pension pot, which is fabulous, because there was an article very recently in the money section of the Guardian newspaper by Patrick Collinson, who said that the average amount of money that people have in a pension pot in the UK is 68,000, and that's not going to fund anything. You're going to get people have such unrealistic expectations of what a pension pot will give them. So that's all part of my mission, really, to kind of educate people and show them what to do and when to start doing it and how much to put in. These are all suggestions. I'm not an advisor.
Sure.
I'm an educator.
In a way, I mean, your book, I'll show you again, just in case somebody had missed
it.
Just
a quick plug.
It's called No Nonsense Investing, and it's a step-by-step beginner's guide.
Yeah.
I mean, I was lucky enough to get your little bits of your book sent by email.
Very, very lucky.
To read it every day, and it's a very easy read. It's definitely not, when somebody talks about pension, a lot of us think, oh my God, I'm suddenly busy. I have other things to do. But this is not at all difficult. It's very simple to read. But it makes you think, because they are very important concepts that we need to consider. Now, can you tell us a little bit about the Retire Richer members club?
Because I'm launching both at the same time. So people who say, yes, please, Peter, I'd like the free book. Now it's almost free, because there's a little 27p charge when that's for the full colour ebook. Okay. So 27p wouldn't buy much postage, unfortunately. That pays for the transaction charge that I get charged when that order goes through. But what it allows me to do is give everybody who says, yes, please, I'd like a book, to get a free trial of the Retire Richer Club. So what is it? Well, it brings the book to life. These are the videos that really kind of go into a bit more detail, and that are kind of hand-holding bit. Because if you like, I used to go around to my friends and kind of show them slides that had this information in it. But when I was about to go, they'd say to me, well, Peter, that's great, but what do you do? So I'd have to come back, take the MacBook out, log on, and say, right, well, this is my investing account. Right. So which account did you open? Well, I opened this one. This one gives you a 20% cash boost, from the... Oh, wow, So it was like hand-holding, because they needed that. They needed the bridge between the information and what exactly you do. So that's what the Retire Richer Club is there to do. It's how-to videos. And people can upgrade to the gold level and have one-to-one sessions with me, get the videos at the silver level, or once they're up and running and they've got it sorted, they can downgrade to the silver level. It's really what grade of level you need.
So basically it teaches people exactly step by step what they need to do to open an investment account and open a pension account.
I go
and
on,
so on. You go on to all the details.
Film my computer screen, so you can see exactly.
Very riveting.
Very riveting stuff. But it's so fast. You don't have time to get bored. It just
So you were saying there's this Saturday. So there's what's the date? 6th.
That is the 5th of October.
5th of October is going to be the pre-launch.
Saturday, 5th of October is the pre-launch. So people can claim their free copy. So if you'd like to claim a free copy. Then on Saturday, the 19th of October, if you've ordered a copy of the print book, then there is a charge for the printing and the postage, but that's all. Okay, it's not. You wouldn't be paying the $14.95 retail price for that one. And there is an option to buy a book for good, a B1G1 book for good too. So that'll be a £25 version, but that makes 25 giving impacts to the schoolgirls in Cambodia.
It's a similar concept that we use for our social events as well. We have
Yeah.
we have the normal tickets, and we have the usual, early bird for the people that book early. Then we got normal ticket, and then we have a ticket for good,
Yeah.
where the extra money that you want to give then goes directly to buy one give one to support the giving impacts. They're normally chosen by our speakers.
Yeah. That's right.
So how do people claim one of the free copies if they want to book?
Well, could you put the link into the
sure.
Facebook page, Luca? That would be fabulous. And then you could just click on that, go straight through, and it will.
Sure. So
take you
if
through
you
the
are
process.
if you are seeing this video either on our YouTube channel or on Facebook, look below on the message, and we'll put the links to claim a copy of Peter's free book.
Yeah,
and
very welcome to have one.
We're hoping that you have a brilliant launch.
Thank you very
and
much.
And next month, in the next social, you can report on.
I can report back. That's right.
On the success of the launch.
Look forward to that.
But thank you very much for sharing this
Pleasure,
with us,
Luca,
and it's been lovely for everybody as well to know a little bit more about you and to get to know about what you do.
Yeah, it's been a real pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Peter.